Hello chaps, hey, always is at the start. Excuse me. Hello chaps, how are you all doing today? It's 19th of April, which is, believe it or not, it's my birthday. Yep, I'm 53. But anyway, that's beside the point. And I'm doing an unboxing today of one of my birthday presents. Yeah, it's a present I got from my good friend Simon Kemp, from Simon Kemp's Models and 1/35 scale diorama builds. And Simon has totally outdone himself again. If anybody's been watching my channel over the past year or two, Simon has given me tons of stuff, unbelievable amount of stuff. He even gave me a compressor. Wow, such a nice guy, And he's after doing it again, after flabbergasting me when I opened this. And it's, as you can see from the title of the video, it's the British Army Centurion Mark III. It's 1/25 scale. Yeah, it's quite big. It's a biggie. And it's got full interior. It's got 5 figures, beautiful tracks. What more can I say? So let's go down to the bench, try and get it all in, because it's a big box. Yep, it's a big box. So we're going to try and get it in, and we'll get ahead with this unboxing. So stay tuned. We'll get onto the bench. We'll have a look. So here we are, we're at the bench, and as you can see, it is quite a large box. Look, there's the size of my hand, so it is quite large. We'll start off with the usual, the box art. It's a TAMIYA kit. It's 1/25 scale. It's British Army Centurion Mark III. It comes with individual locking caterpillar tracks, movable suspension, 5 realistic tank crew figures, and faithfully reproduced interior detail. So this is an old kit. It's from the early 70s. So where Simon got his hands on it, I do not know, but wow, I'm really looking forward to building this. If you look at the side here, it gives us loads of information in Japanese or Chinese. I presume it's Japanese because it's printed made in Japan. We've got a nice colour picture of a Centurion with T-34s. I'd say that's from Korea, because the North Koreans use the T-34. The British used them first in Korea in 1951. And it's got some sort of other, there we go, we have to move it over a bit, some other just side elevation and plan view of the Centurion with that side. On the sides it just gives basically this picture here, and on the back of it, it gives, there we go, on the other side, should I say, along the side box, it gives us some other products. The Centurion in 1/35 and 1/20, or the Chieftain tank 1/25 and 1/35 scale, the T-34 Type 85 in 1/25 and 1/35 scale, the SU-100, same again, 1/25, 1/35, the Panther in the same 1/35 and 1/25, and also the Tiger. So some other products that they do. If I do budge the sort of not budge, but bang off the camera, I do apologise, because I was trying to manoeuvre this big box around. It is quite difficult to get it all in shot. So let's crack open the box and we'll have a look at what's inside. So starting off with what's inside, we have our decal sheet. It's quite an extensive decal sheet there. They seem to be okay. I seem to have no problems with them. I'll just put them somewhere safe, as I don't keep them in the box once I have it opened, because I mean, it doesn't really get much scratching in its packaging, but once it starts getting moved around, there is a danger of scratching the decals. We've got an instruction sheet, okay, booklet form, quite extensive, loads and loads of information on the Centurion, from the development stage right up to how it was used. I did give it a read through. Very interesting indeed. Just a quick kind of a synopsis. They started developing this in 1943, but didn't get it actually produced till 1948, and it was first used in Korea in 1951. Okay, and it went on then. So we've got a breakdown, and this is a Centurion Mark V. It gives the breakdown for, as in, you know, what all the pieces are. Interesting enough though, because there isn't that much difference between the Mark V and the Mark III. There is no Mark IV, believe it or not, because it gives it here what they are: version Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 5. And the only difference with the Mark V is the Beaz's machine guns were replaced by a .3-inch Browning. So, then it goes into the construction. We start off with the turret, the loader and gunner's seats, the breech, the gun itself, the commander's cupola, and building up the interior of the turret. Gives radios, all that kind of stuff, so it's quite extensive. Continuing on then with the turret, then we're on to the tracks and the suspension. Now the tracks, if you look at them, they just sort of clip in, so they'll be, hopefully if they don't need glue, so they'll work away. It'll be nice. We got our transmission, we've got our sorry, not transmission, it's the final drive, the suspension, which has got springs and nuts and bolts and all that kind of stuff. Then we're onto the wheels and the rear panel and the side skirts. Then we're on the inside the hull. We've got an engine, we've got the driver's seat. We're on to fixing the drives, the suspension, installation of the wheels, putting on the tracks, the driver's room, as they call it. Driver's room. He's got his own separate little room. We've got the engine being put in, the radiators, front armour plate, the compartment cover, fixing the engine cover, and then the final completion where you put onto it antennae, and other bits and pieces. So it looks fabulous, it really does. And we've got the construction of 5 figures. It gives 5 figures and the painting guide for the figures, and some more pictures, black and white pictures of the tank in use. This one is Israeli Army, they used it as well. And it gives us some colour callouts. Now, colour callouts are for Centurion British 1st Unit in the Libya Desert. Okay. Centurion used by the British on the mainland, used by the Israeli Army, stationed in Berlin, the Allied forces in the Korean War, and on the British mainland again. I'm thinking of going for this one, the one with the Libya Desert, which is dark yellow and red-brown camouflage scheme, which I quite like. I do kind of like that. Okay, so we'll probably be going for that one, but that's further down the line, shall we say. Then it gives us our sprue maps of all the parts. Okay, so that's pretty extensive for the instruction manual or booklet. Okay, so now we're into the plastic. And what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of sprues. Oh, shake the camera. And again, I told you I was going to do it, didn't I? 7 bags of sprues. We've got our main hull piece. To the size of that is absolutely bloody well massive. It really is. Okay, we've got our main hull piece, and we've got all the little springs for the suspension, nuts and bolts and all that kind of stuff, and that's all for the suspension, so it's quite nice. And then finally we've got our tracks. Now they're individual tracks, they're not on a sprue, so therefore there's going to be no cleaning off, so it's just a case of click in and click out. Nicely presented little box there. Okay, so let's just we've seen these parts, we've seen the tracks, we've seen these, so it's time now to just start going through the sprues. So if you'll excuse me, I will move the box over a small bit. We'll start with the sprues. Okay, so we can start looking at what's inside in these sprues. Okay, so first bag. Yep, we got a bag with 2 different colours. We need a Sharpie object to give it an open. As you can see, all the bags and the twinkly noises, they are sealed. And we'll chuck that on the ground. We'll clean it up later on. Right, we've got our radiator. Some more radiator bits. We've got seats, some engine parts, quite large nipply things. I haven't a clue what they are. And we've got some shells. We got some nice shells, and what looks like the cylinder head covers for the engine. So they're quite nice. That is Sprue L. Okay, close look there at that. Very, very nicely detailed. Very, very nice indeed. Especially for considering the age. The detail is absolutely beautiful on it. It really, really is. So that's Sprue L. And then we're on to a sprue with some figures. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 figures on this sprue. We've got, I think it's 3 infantrymen and the driver. The driver's got his headphones on him. Not bad at all. Okay, as you can see, they're quite a large figure. We've got a 1/35 scale figure just here, so you can tell the difference between the two. This is the 1/35 scale, and there's 1/25 scale. So they are quite larger. We're going to be careful with this one, John, because mistakes will kind of come out and they will show the figures. So that's the first couple of sprues, the first bag. And here we have another bag. Okay, and we've got staples. Yes, the old TAMIYA staples on this one. Okay, we've got 2 sprues. It's in a kind of a light green plastic, sort of a greeny grey plastic. We've got a radio. So these are all interior of the turret details. We've got anything else that I can recognise there? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Oh, fire extinguishers, I recognise them. These are part of the gun mantlet. Yes, they're definitely that. That is Sprue K. And as you can see, like I said, there is no flash, considering the age, and some of the old TAMIYA kits can be full of flash. So it's quite nicely detailed. The moulding is absolutely beautiful, and seems to be no problem so far. Alright, we've got the turret ring, the floor for the base. We've got sort of engine cover parts. We've got some interior panelling, and we've got the base of the engine, which is nice. It's very nicely done indeed. If that was 1/35 scale, that would probably be about 6 or 7 pieces, but I'm after making it all out of one big piece, so that was quite nice. Okay, so that is Sprue J. Okay, so we have a close look at the detailing in that. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. Very, very nicely moulded. We have another sprue of darker green. And we got multicolours. Yes, we have multicoloured sprues. I suppose it's for those people who don't just want to build it and don't really want to paint it. The colours are sort of close enough, and it gives a different colours in it. So it's in dark green. We've got our 2 side skirts. We got some spare track pieces. We've got some more panelling. We've got a shovel. Coming around this side so we can see some of the detail on it. And I haven't the faintest idea what the rest of this stuff is, but I'm sure they'll all be used. There's some pickaxe handles. I don't recognise them. Some hand grips, handles. What else have we got that I can recognise? Absolutely nothing. But they're all little parts and pieces, and they're very, very nicely moulded. No flash. Not that I can see yet anyway. When I get down to building, you always find little bits and sort of seam lines that need to be scraped off and stuff, but so far so good. We don't mind sort of the odd little bits of flesh and things, a bit of clean up, so that's what we do. It's all part of the hobby, isn't it? So very, very nicely molded piece, and that is sprue E. Right, got some more now. Next sprue is sprue, I have to turn it over to see what sprue this is. It's sprue A, and we've got our side panels, we've got suspension covers, we've got the final drive, what appear to be smoke launchers, I think, some shackles and some bracing pieces there, and some more parts for the final drive and the wheels and all that kind of stuff. Okay, again, nicely molded, no flash, no sinkholes, no ejector pin marks, none. They're all in the back, and even at that they're very very faint. Okay, so nicely molded, nicely done. What more can one say? Let's have a close look at some of the parts there. They are quite big. The size of that for the final drive housing. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thing's going to be bloody well huge. Huge! Right, next bag. 2 sprues again. More staplies. Okay. We've got our commander figure. It's going to be standing out of the hatch. Okay. Nicely molded again. Even got a little sort of the cap badges there. So it's very nice. We'll enjoy painting them. We've got the top of the turret with a nice sort of M184 sort of stamped onto it there, so that's probably a casting mark. We've got the sides of the turret, and we've got the top. Okay, so that fits onto that. So very, very nice, and the fact that you can sort of pop that on and off is very nice, so you can sort of just lift out this piece. I'm going to try and do it that I don't actually glue this piece in, so we can pop off that piece and have a look in and see the all the work that's done in there. It's pointless doing all that work and then, you know, covering it all up and hiding it. I don't like that. I do like it if you can kind of get into it. So hopefully we'll be able to see all the work inside by just removing the odd panel or two. So it is nice display piece. There's a sprue F. Okay, and we've got our little commander figure. So we have 3 bags left. This bag here contains, by the looks of it, 2 sprues. And we've got our wheels. What more can we say about them? They're wheels, they're circular, apart from this one, which is the drive sprocket, which is kind of a sprockety looking. We've got return rollers, and we've got our main wheels. Very, very nicely molded. Like I said, a little bit of a seam line along the outside, but we've scraped them anyway. Not detail on them. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Lovely, lovely. And that is sprue, where are we? Sprue B. And here we've got some rubbery parts. So these are our poly caps, so that the thing will work, the wheels will work, and we've got our tow cables as well, done in the sort of the rubberized plastic. Sprue G. So we've got our poly caps, our wheel covers, and our tow ropes. Okay, so 2 bags left. Last 2 bags left. So we got 2 sprues in this bag. Start off with this one. It's sprue D. We've got our suspension arms there. We've got sort of sprockety type wheel there. Presume they're all just parts of the wheels and things, and all of the suspension and all that kind of stuff. So again, nicely moulded. It seems to be done in either a black or a very dark green. I can't really tell. Not in this light, but it appears to be black. Because that's the dark green, yeah, so it's black. So it's very nice, again, very nicely detailed, and no flash, nothing nothing sticking out, no ejector pin marks in horrible places and all that kind of stuff. So very, very nice indeed. Here we have Sprues C, and we've got our gun, our main gun. We've got a mantlet cover, we've got our mantlet, our commander's copula. We've got some hatch covers there, some jerry can, and other little bits and pieces, engine covers and things like that on it. Very nice indeed. Some beautiful moulding of them, really is very, very nice. I mean, I like the ripples on that, it really does look nice. And it's even got a little bit of kind of a texture on it, so it looks like cloth. So, that looks good, I like that. I do like that. So that is Sprue C. And finally, down to our last bag. And our last bag here has just the one sprue in it. Here we go. It's got our engine cover, our main body cover, the driver's hatch, and the cutout for the turret. I presume that's either a front or a back panel. There's the back panel, or it could even be the front panel again, I don't know, I'm not sure yet until we get down into it. And we've got some side paneling, hatches type things, you know, storage bins. Okay, and that is Sprue H. So that's it, lads. That's the kit. Like I said, it was a present from Mr. Simon Kemp, and thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. An absolutely fabulous birthday present, really, really is. So I will be doing a step-by-step build log on this one for sure. Well, maybe not every step, but showing the main parts in it anyway. It'll be done over a period of time. I haven't decided when I'm going to start it yet, but knowing me, it'll probably be this evening. I don't wait long, do I? And I've had this now for 2 or 3 days, and I've been mad to get stuck into it. So we'll leave it at that, lads. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give it the old thumbs up. Hit the like button. And don't forget to go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. I usually say that at the end, but this time I'm saying it now because I want to say at the end, I want to say get over there and check out Simon Kemp's models and 1/35 scale diorama builds. Yep, 2 channels. Simon has 2 channels, and he does some absolutely fabulous work, some absolutely fabulous diorama work with buildings and things. He uses moulds from diorama debris, and they're a silicone mould, and he uses Herculite plaster stuff, and he builds little bricks and things, and they're absolutely fabulous, and I've used them, and some of the lads have used them, and he'll be starting to sort of do some more pretty soon. So get over to his channel, check him out, and I'm going to leave you with final thank you very much to Simon, and thank you to anybody that's the lads that have wished me a happy birthday. So I'll leave it at that, lads. Catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and as always, enjoy your modelling. That's what it's all about. It's a fun hobby. It's there to have fun, and once the enjoyment stops, just stop. You know, take a break from it, and once you get to my age and you're kind of retired due to injuries and things like that, just it's something to do, and it's an enjoyable hobby. Okay, lads, I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe. Ta-da. Thumbs up.